pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. And how joyous indeed it is to be back at Silverstone once more for the British Grand Prix. The queues to get in this morning extended miles back down the A43, such is the enthusiasm for Formula One in this country. The 3.6 miles of the Silverstone circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about red. They're still relatively new to a sport which does have a high learning curve and, of course, little tolerance for mistakes.
That's right, it is a difficult environment to come into. In junior categories, you're competing against drivers with similar levels of experience. But some of these guys in Formula One have been there for over a decade. But I have to say, in this case, it's so far so good.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Max Verstappen and Albon, Butler, Norris, Perez and Red, Sainz, Grosjean, Lucas Faber and Stroll, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Kimi Raikkonen and George Russell. Gasly, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
See if you can manage 14th or better today. Good luck. That's a decent start. Good job. Safety car is out. The safety car is... Give that position back. We are under safety car conditions and cannot overtake. Return the position. Go now. Okay, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past. nanoseconds. Yellow flag. We've moved into P4. Pierre is in for his stop. Box this lap, please. Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain. Release. Safety car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Drop your speed. Our delta conditions are making the line a bit greasy. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no... Okay, clear. This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Taking care of the car was absolutely vital today. It's been obvious all weekend that the pace was there, but look at the attrition rate we've had. They would have been very concerned about any minor anomaly towards the latter stages of this Grand Prix.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Daniel Ricciardo certainly impressed me today, an incredible performance.
It's time to check out the Constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Toro Rosso's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Are you alright? Let me know you're alright.
There's nowhere at all I'd rather be today than here at Hockenheim for the German Grand Prix. We have an incredibly competitive field this year, which means we should be in for a treat. And judging by the sea of people filling the grandstands, there's a fair-sized chunk of Germany that agrees with me. It's 2.8 miles around the Hockenheim ring then, with an average lap speed in excess of 130 miles per hour. The long curved back straight leads into a tight hairpin for the best overtaking opportunity on the circuit. But there are plenty of other options available around the 17 corners here today. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk briefly about Lando Norris. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Alexander Albon and Verstappen, Raikkonen, Perez, Weber and Pierre Gasly, Grosjean, Magnussen, Lance Stroll, Red, Butler, Ricciardo, Carlos Sainz and George Russell. Kubica and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Release. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. You'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over it. Green flag. The gap to the car ahead is 11.8 seconds. ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge. Up to racing speed. Safety car. is in for his stop. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. data is showing some wear, most likely you'll be able to feel it. Okay, we can take you this lap. Strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Race over, take care of the car on the way in.
The Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now let's discuss, Ant, who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Well, Lance Stroll would be my pick. He managed to keep a cool head today whilst pushing through the field.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Alfa Romeo, whose good result moves them further up the championship. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.